Hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday night and the next last day of May. I have a little laryngitis. I hope that's not going to mess us up much tonight. Okay, I've got the camera here, kind of where I want it, but I'm getting used to moving it around. I want to talk about scales tonight, but first I want to mention a couple of things that happened today because I teach every day, and a couple of incidents where I think it was three things. I'll get to them quick because scales are going to take us a couple of minutes. Um, one of my students was playing the Bergmuller ballad, and she started using no pedal. And it looked like this, and I want you to watch the right hand. She was playing this. And I watched this. Okay, the left hand doesn't matter. She was doing this. And this is really one of the things the legato curse is notorious for. She played the G, she played the C. Now she's going to hold that down until the thumb plays that B. Look at the way the hand looks, okay? This is just not natural. And then she extended the pinky up to here. She made how many moves? She had this one, and then she had this thing, which is totally unnecessary. And then she had to make another move to this note. Now, she was using no pedal though. And this is where that partnership is important. The way any other pianist would play this would be this. Coming off the C, the hand reassumes the position of this sixth. So there's really no move in a way. There's a fourth and a sixth. Okay? But now everybody goes, well, Jeff, what about the the big space there? The hand came off the keys. Well, that's the whole point. The pedal will take care of that. We're going to go dot it, just to go back to that Morse code again. Okay, so the hand comes off the piano. It's already over the fourth. If you wanted to put the hand over the sixth already, you could use 1-3. That doesn't really save anything. I kind of like the 1-4. So, well, with the left hand, see it? Hand comes off. You don't notice the hand being in the air. Okay, so that was one thing that happened today. People do what I call the earthworm way of moving. And they move that closer to that, then they move. The hand is going like this the whole time. Not that we never have to do this kind of thing. We do. But in this situation, she was making it too difficult. She was making too much of it. Okay. Student number 2. All right. Let me move this up just a little bit out of my way of my wrist. In my spinning wheel exercise, well, actually, a concert etude, I have this move, and I really want you to see it. Can we get this down any closer? Let me take a look. Yeah, I want you to see where the hand is. In fact, I'm going to move it down here a little bit. Is that better? Yeah. Well, no, it's still too much. Hang on. This is better. This is better. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so if you watch, we have to go from this broken chord to this broken chord. This one. Okay, now the thing is, as you're playing this one, the whole hand has to move. You're coming off, and the whole hand has to move northeast. Our little thumb over here. While I'm playing these two notes, the hand is going to be sliding back against the back as I play it. See it? So, and it actually, this chord is before all that. So, getting to this one, the hands kind of goes up a little this way, which is fine. That one's not too tough because the thumb's just going to another white key, but then he's got to go to a black key and the hand's got to move back. But you can't wait until then. You can't wait for this. You got to be on your way. So I'll do it. And you can see. And the wrist is rotating the whole time. Sorry, let's do the first one. These little tiny rotations, nothing big there. But rather than the rotation, you're moving back into the keys. So she was just waiting too long to get back there. And there's a lot of this in piano. There's a lot of that in piano music. I mean, if you're walking up the piano, let's. You can see all this stuff. We play in here. For all of you that have taken lessons and all you've done is play down here, you've only seen a small part of the world. A lot of it is up here, okay? Play back here all the time. Okay, number 3, one of my other students. The third thing is this. I had a student playing staccato. And I said to him at one point, do me a favor. His name's James. I said, do me a favor. Push the board and now hit the board. And he went, I said, oh, to hit the board, you had to lift a hand. Oh, okay. Well, now remember that. And what we were working on was the Hanon, where where we have these groups of 4, and we were going slowly. So I said to him, if you want to accent the notes, everybody wants to keep that down before this, but you're down. So to a large extent, you cannot hit this because your hand is down. So you got to come off to hit. I told him, how do you hit the board? And he went like that. I said, you mean this isn't hitting? No, that's not hitting. That's pushing. I said, I know. Hitting is picking up. So, or if we move the measure, the bar line, we have to pick up somewhere to hit the louder note. Okay? All right. Now, 2 scales. I actually, when I was taking lessons, I hated scales. And I hated them because fingers kept changing. They would tell me put a 2 on the B flat, then 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4. And I would go, why is there a 4 on the B flat now? They told me to put a 2 on the B flat. I'm getting confused. So, and I had to read the black dots off the page and everything else. So in my own teaching, I said one day, I'm going to go out and figure these scales out because I hated them and now they're not that bad. But what is it I didn't get at the beginning? And a couple of things I didn't get in the beginning was the principle of playing a scale. Are there any principles involved? And there are. Now I'm talking about your traditional do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do scales and the whole run. Scale steps, if you only have to play less than 5 notes, anything works. Black keys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. Left hand, 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter. But when you have to extend the scale past 5 notes or 6 notes, then we have to get somewhat involved with a couple of general principles. And remember, all these principles have exceptions to them. So anyway. So I did the research and I discovered that probably the easiest scale in the world to learn, and it follows all of the concepts of good scale playing, is the D flat major scale. Now, why? It's 5 flats, 5 black keys. And I'll show you why. Let's talk about 2 of the biggest concepts of scale playing. Scale meaning, or in the case of D flat, all black except C and F. So, number 1, we want to use the thumb on white keys. He's a short little finger. It's back here. Doesn't particularly like black keys. He can do it. He'll do it happily. But in scale playing, we really don't have to get him involved with black keys. You'll see why. Secondly, the long fingers kind of like the black keys, but they can play the white ones as well. But they like the black keys. They're happy up there because they're longer. They like to go back. And number three, concept number three, we don't like using 5. It's a terrible finger. When we have to rotate, it's a little far, and he's not necessary. That's the other reason. And you're all going to go, Jeff, I use a C to start I use 5 to start a C scale. And right there, I use the 5. See the 5? I use the 5. Okay, fine. That's true. We use it basically when it's comfortable to end on or start on because it happens to be on the note sometimes. So we use it. We just don't like to use it where there is where we have to rotate into another note because it's too remote, it's too short, it's too remote. So, considering all those concepts, I'm going to show you why the D flat scale. By the way, here's the way I write the scales out for the kids. You'll be shocked to see how I do it. I write the keys in the scale, and I tell them what fingers to put on it. It's kind of like paint by numbers. But my feeling is this. Is this cheating? No. If you learn the D flat scale, and then I show them the way it's written in music with the notes, they've learned to play the scale. So they're not intimidated by the notes on the page. It's kind of like we learn to talk before we learn to write. You learn to play the scale before you learn to read it. It's fine. It's fine. It's going to work fine. So this is the traditional fingering for D flat, and I'm going to show it to you now and show you why it's so simple. The first thing you have in a D flat scale, even with both hands, is you have the D flat and the E flat. And what do we put on those? Our two real favorite, our favorite fingers, 2 and 3. They're long, they're strong, they're everything. So we put 3 and 2 on those two, whether we're going down or going up. They work great. They're going to be up here again. Okay? Now, the next note on the scale is an F. Our thumbs love the white keys. So we do our 2 black keys. And now the thumbs come here. We have to rotate in a little bit here and to get there. Now, once we're there, the right hand is here now. And guess who's ready for the 3 black keys? Oh, my goodness. 2, 3, and 4. They love black keys. Now, on the left hand, we got nobody down there. So we rotate up to get 4, 3, 2. So we're going to use all our long fingers on the 3 black keys. Or, depending on which way you're going. Then, what key is next? C. Oh, the thumbs love C. Now, I've got this mic stand in the way, so let me just get this back a little bit, and I'll play the scale up to that point. And do I have them all? I do. I can do the 2 octaves. Okay, that's good. See, the mic stand's in the way, so I have to kind of nudge it a bit here. But you know what? Can you see down here? No, you know what? It might be easier for me if I play the D flat scale down here. Yeah, like that. Okay, now I can start here, and I can easily get up to that one. Okay, so 2 and 3 on D flat and E flat. Thumbs on the F. Now the long fingers, all of them on the 3 black keys. Thumbs on the C. You can see the right hand trying to come up here, just rotating. It's my mic stands in the way. It would be better if I showed you like this. See it? And we're back now on the 2 long, strong fingers on the original 2 notes. Thumbs, 4, 3, 2s, thumbs, and then I'm going to stop here. I could keep going, but I'm going to stop on Do, which is the D flat, and I'll have 3 and 2 on it. If I kept going, I would use 2 and 3, 3 and 2. I'm going to go back down. Thumbs on the white key, 4, 3, 2. Thumbs on the white key. Thumbs on the white key. Now I got to move my hand up because the mic stand. Then thumbs. Now the 3 long fingers. Now we're on the F, thumbs, and then 3 and 2. So you can see it's a natural scale. It doesn't use 5s. The thumbs come on white keys. All the other fingers come on black keys, and they're easy groups to remember. If you want to use two of the long fingers, it would be these two. That's a no-brainer. Then if you have all the three black keys, we use all the long fingers. For the white keys, thumbs. Simple as that. It's a real easy scale. Watch me play it. Let me just bring this back because I want to be able to rotate without that mic stand being in the way. So take a look. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Sorry, I nudged the mic stand a little bit that time. It's just a natural. Now, these scales, we talk rhythm all the time, and you might be saying, Jeff always says you have to be careful of the meter. Well, I'm just playing the scale. I'm not really concerned with the meter, but the sooner you bring meter to the scale, the better. The 2-octave scale works well with cellos and locomotives. Jello, 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 jello. That works well with jellos, as it does with locomotives. Locomotive, 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 locomotive. One. Okay. The pineapples it doesn't work very well with. So you have to do 3 octaves of that to have it work out right. You can do the pineapples and just end on a funky note. Pineapple, 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 pineapple. You see why? It wants to go to the octave higher. It just naturally. But you could do it with pineapples. Pineapple, 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 pineapple. And you end on funny notes when you do that. Anyway, yes, you should always play whatever you're playing with a sense of meter. So that's the basis of scale playing. Now, you take a scale like C. It does use 5 to start, but that's a substitute finger. That's what I call them. So then you go up. The thumbs are on white keys, but you don't have to worry about black keys here because there aren't any. What you have to worry about here is knowing where you are. It's a white desert. You can play a C scale a million different ways because if you remember, we don't use 5 and the thumb wants to play white keys. You could do this. You can get away with just using 1, 2, and 3 with that scale because you don't have a black key to worry about or concern yourself with. So all of the scales use, now they're all 7 notes long, so the right hand and the left hand use 1, 2, some combination of 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And that gives you your 7 notes of the scale. I'll show you the 7 notes in a C scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But Jeff, there's an extra note. Yeah, but that's a repeat of the first note. There are 7 notes in the scale. Then it repeats. So they're combinations of 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's look at a B flat scale. This is why I got confused when they were teaching them to me. It really, to be kosher, should start with a 4. Then go to 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4. And see, 4 is on the B flat. 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, all 4s and 3s. The other thing I discovered is that there are 4 families of scales. So we're not going to get into that tonight. But my whole point was, how can I get kids to play scales and be comfortable with them? I'm going to post the book of scales on PianoAt10.com tonight in the resource section. Okay? If anybody's interested in looking at the book, I'll be talking more about it because I want to talk about the families and why when you've learned, there are 4 key scales to learn. I'll even tell you what they are. C major, F major, E flat, and B flat. If you learn those 3 major scales, you basically have learned all the possible combinations of right and left hand. And then you apply it. For example, A minor has the same fingering as C major, so I consider it to be in the C major family. G major also has the same fingerings as C major. in terms of the coordination between the hands. So I will post that tonight, and I'll probably always start with things that happen during lessons during the day because I can't hold back on them. So those three little things at the beginning, I think um, this, my broadcast will include stuff at the beginning, and then there'll be a major topic, obviously. And guess what? I think we're a little over time. So I hope things were enlightening tonight, and I hope technically everything worked out well here in terms of the sound and the thing. We're still working a bit on that. The lighting, I left this other light on tonight. Maybe that's better. I don't know, but it looked pretty clean to me. Anyway, what do I always say? Let me hear it. Where words fail, music speaks. See you tomorrow.